Hi everyone, it's Kieran with Thrifted Living and thank you so much for tuning into my channel. Today I would like to share with you a thrift haul and shop with me video. I went to the thrift store yesterday. I was able to go to one of my favorite thrift stores in my area and I was able to find some fun stuff. One thing that you'll see in this video that I saw at the thrift store was this amazing dining room table. It was huge. I have never seen a table that big at the thrift store. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that Sean and I have been talking a lot about possibly renovating our breezeway and making that into a dining room. And the table that I saw at the thrift store would be perfect for that space, except that we don't have the space built yet and we don't even have any formal plans for making that space happen. So obviously I couldn't get it, but guys, like, it was incredible. So without further ado, let's just jump right into the thrift with me part of this video and then we will come back and I will share a haul of everything that I got. So first, let's go shopping. This dress is so pretty. I love this. Like a princess. As you can see, there is so much stuff at my local thrift store right now. I also included just a little bit of extra footage of a Goodwill that's in my area. I didn't find anything there that I wanted to pick up. I mean, I always see things that I would like to have, but since I'm trying to be intentional about what I get, I didn't pick anything up there. I actually went there today, but I did find a few things. This haul isn't huge, but it definitely has some great stuff in it. So let me share with you everything that I found. And I apologize ahead of time if there are some issues with blurriness. My camera has been having a hard time autofocusing, and because I have to sit a little further away from my camera now that I have this backdrop behind me, I have a hard time seeing if it's clear or not. So let's just jump right into the haul so I can share with you everything that I found. All right, so let me share with you the articles of clothing that I got. I was able to pick up 4 different pieces of clothing that I'm going to add to my wardrobe. And the first one I will share with you is this one right here. So this is a top that I found yesterday. It is a Mosimo top, so Target top, and it has this peplum all around the bottom. I had a top very similar to this, I want to say a couple years ago, but it was way too small on me. And this is definitely going to be more of like a flowy type fit to it, but I really like it because I like the color. It almost reminds me of the color of the walls that we have in our master bedroom right now. It's like a taupish gray, and it's just a really pretty flowy top. I love how it almost has like an exposed hem right there where you can see you know, the hemming right there on the piece. I love that it's 2 separate pieces of fabric. It was $5, which is a little more than I'd like to spend for something at the thrift store, but I really like it, and I think it'll be a good addition to my wardrobe, so I paid up for it because I think it's pretty. Then the next 2 pieces that I found are actually the same, which I think is kind of funny. So the first one is like a greenish gray. Let me pull up the other one. Let me show you the other one next to it so you can see the difference, because it's kind of hard to tell without them next to each other. So this is like the grayish green almost, and then this is like the taupey sort of gray. It's like this one has a bit of gray in it too, but this one is definitely like more gray than anything else. But they are these really pretty, like almost like a tunic length dress style. It has the cold shoulder sleeve with a short sleeve on the side, and I like that it has a bit of a V-neck to it. And it'll probably go to about my knees. I thought that I could keep one for myself, and then I could give one of the other ones to one of my sisters. They were $7, but they were half off, both of them were. So I thought these would be a great addition to my wardrobe. You guys know that I love to pick up things that have little details on them, even if it's not something huge that screams like, look at me. I just like these little details. So I picked up one in green, and then I picked up gray. So I think they're pretty. And the final top I got, Keely tried to convince me to give it to her, and I was like, there's no way I'm giving this to you. It's my favorite piece out of all of them. You're crazy if you think I'm gonna give it to you. Okay, so it doesn't look like much from the front, but it is this like cream colored top, this little knit sweater. It has this detail on the bottom. So you know, I love that, like, you know, sheer material. The 2 different types of materials next to each other, but the back is like the best part. How pretty is that? I am thrilled to have this piece. I think it's so delicate and pretty. So the sheer material goes through the back. It's actually not on the front at all. It's attached to the back. But I really love this. I think it's going to be so cozy at school. It was $5. It also wasn't half off, unfortunately, but I had to get it. Only thing is that it does have a bit of a stain right here, if you can see it. I'm going to wash it today and see if I can get it out. I hope I can, but if not, I could just wear a scarf with it or something. So you can't really see it, but the back is like, that is the best part, isn't it? It's just so pretty. When I wear it, I'll definitely share a picture of me on Instagram wearing it. So if you're not following me on Instagram, go over and check me out. My Instagram is Thrifted Living. I try to share as much as I can on there about everything that I'm working on, and I would love to see you over there. So go ahead and follow me on Instagram. All right, so let me share with you the first thing that I found for my classroom. He is adorable, and I'm so excited. I am thrilled to have found the Very Hungry Caterpillar. This is such an amazing find for my classroom. It was written by Eric Carle. If you are unfamiliar, I highly recommend that you go check out the book. It's just such an adorable book. The illustrations are incredible, and I just think that this is so cute. I didn't even know, I mean, I assumed that they had a plush of the Very Hungry Caterpillar, but I had never seen it, so I'm really happy to have found him. He was only $2, and he is just going to fit in so nicely in my classroom. I like to collect plush characters of popular children's books, so he will definitely fit right in. And for $2, you can't go wrong with that. And to finish the haul, I would like to share with you some books that I found. I was able to find one book for my students. You all know that I've mentioned before that I have one student who absolutely loves Little Bear, and so I got this to include in my classroom library so that hopefully he'll be able to find it and enjoy this new Little Bear book. How cute. So I picked this book up to add to my classroom library. I'm really excited. I hadn't seen this Little Bear book before, so I picked it up. And I want to say all of the books, I think they were 4 for $1 because they were all in the children's section. So that's the only book that I actually got for my students to read. All of the other books that I picked up are classroom resource books, which are very important to me. As I've said before, I find that you can get ideas for different types of projects and different types of units on Pinterest. That, you know, that's something that we use nowadays, but I often find that it's much easier to sort of narrow your search by looking in a resource book, because you can literally look in the table of contents or in the index and find exactly what you're looking for. And a lot of the ideas that I see in these resource books, I never find on Pinterest. So Pinterest is a great resource, don't get me wrong, but there's nothing like an educational resource book to really help you narrow your search. I found quite a few, but I will just skim through them really quickly so you can see them. The first 2 that I found are these clip art collection books, and I'm really excited about these because they are the Carson DeLosa characters. I'm sure that if you were a student in like the 90s, 2000s, you immediately recognize these characters. There's so many images and you can just make copies right out of here. I imagine that if you need a bigger size, you can just take them and copy them and maybe make them a little bigger. I think that these illustrations are just so adorable, and because I was raised in a time when these were used quite frequently, they feel very nostalgic to me. So I picked up both of these. They were 25 cents a piece. Then I also picked up this book. It's called Holidays Through the Year, Preschool, Kindergarten. Just different ideas for how to do different projects. Just like a ton of information. In addition, I also found animal poems from A to Z, and Keely definitely had a lot of fun reading several different animal poems yesterday. Pretty much you can just find any animal in this book, and then they have already created poems for you. And I have this listen, make, and learn story time, linking stories, crafts, and literacy skills. So this is really exciting because this is actually a really neat find. It takes popular books that you probably already have in your classroom library, and it gives you specific ideas on projects that you can do with them and different ways that you can incorporate them into like a literacy center in your classroom. So I'm excited about this book. Then I found this Yankee Doodle birthday celebration. So in this book, you are actually celebrating the birth dates of different important people in the United States and different important American figures. So pretty much it's different activities that you can do on those different birth dates. The next one is thematic units for kindergartners. And I sort of got this book because this is just like so nostalgic for me. There's a bunch of pictures of different projects that were done in kindergarten in the past, and I sort of got it because I think the pictures are really cool and I sort of just want to look at the pictures. I wonder when this was made. 1994, so this was actually when I was in kindergarten, so I think that's really cool. And then finally, this is not an educational resource book, but this book is amazing. It's Richard Scarry's Stories to Color with Lowly Worm and Mr. Paint Pig. This thing is so cool. I sort of want to try to sell this because pretty much what it is it's a book, and at the beginning of the book you see a story and they've colored the pictures to sort of, you know, give you an idea of what things look like in the Richard Scarry world. But in the back of it, it's a coloring book that you can color yourself, and none of these pictures have been colored in. Like, the book is pristine, and it was created by Random House in 1978. So I feel like this might be something I try to sell. I love Richard Scarry though. I can't help but pick it up when I'm at the thrift store and I see it. So I thought this was a great find, and for only 25 cents, you can't go wrong. And that's it for this thrift haul and shop with me video. I hope you enjoyed seeing everything that I found at the thrift store. Thank you so much for watching my video and supporting my channel. I truly appreciate all of your kind words and comments. You all mean so much to me, and I'm so happy that I can share with you everything that I find at the thrift store and all of my projects that I work on. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Don't forget to check out my blog at thriftedlivingblog.com. Please follow me on Instagram at thriftedliving, and if you don't have an Instagram but would like to stay up to date with what I'm doing, you can follow me on Facebook at Thrifted Living page. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!